got a lot to talk about in this video, some important stuff. I want to start by saying it's probably fair to say that we are all prepared on our trips, long distance trips, or even short trips for like mechanical failures, right? We don't want to have to get our bikes towed over a simple roadside repair. So I'll tell you what I'm guilty of in just a minute. So we're all prepared with these. We've actually used these. They're in the Law Abiding Biker store. I think most everybody's carrying some sort of toolkit, and these Cruise Tools RTH3 are everything you need. We've actually made multiple roadside repairs so we could continue on in our trip. I will link to these in the description below. I also did a video with an overview of what's in this, but it's a really affordable, nice kit to keep on your bike so you don't have to call a tow truck and you don't have to ruin your trip. All right, so what I'm guilty of, and I know a lot of you are guilty of it too, it's okay. We're not going to beat each other up over it. And that is, for a lot of years, I didn't carry in my street bike. I do in my adventure bike, but for some reason, again, I'm calling myself out here, is a nice, compact first aid kit. Come on, we're all riding motorcycles, right? And even if you're, doing something else off your motorcycle, injuries can happen. So I beat myself up a little bit, but everybody here at the Law Abiding Biker Crew is now carrying a proper first aid kit for those emergencies. And we got asked a lot for a first aid kit that has everything you need without going overboard, because space is everything, and so you don't want to take up a lot of space, but you definitely want to have exactly what you need. So with that said, we took some time and a lot of thought, and we really prepared something that we think is what every biker needs. Again, affordable, number one. Number two, it has what you need and you're not going overboard, and it fits in your saddlebag. So I want to break this kit down a little bit more for you in this video. All right, so I am very proud to finally announce the official Law Abiding Biker first aid and trauma kit. You know it's the correct kit and has our stamp of approval. It's only in our store, of course. I'll link to it in the description below. Helps keep the lights on here. And it has the additional Law Abiding Biker tag. That is our official stamp of approval. All right, so before we dive into the inside of this and look at all the goodies, let's talk about the outside a little bit. And this is a tactical nylon molly, is what the bag is actually made out of. Very durable, not going to rip on you. It measures very compact. Like I say, that was important to us when we were designing it, and we wanted to make sure that it would stow away real nice. But we're looking at 8 inches tall by 4 inches deep by 4 inches wide. So hopefully that gives you an idea. And obviously it's, we made it specifically for motorcycles, but it can obviously be used for a lot of different things if you're out hiking or out with the family, or throw it in your car or boat or whatever. But it does have the straps on the back, so obviously, if you wanted to attach it to molly gear or a vest or anything like that, or a backpack or belt, you do have these straps, and you've got the molly gear up here. Obviously, for me, carrying it on my motorcycle, you could, if you don't want these, you could just cut the snap, and then that might even make it just a little bit more compact. But again, it does give you options for strapping on different things. Now, one of the most important things on the outside, besides the Law Abiding Biker tag, of course, is this. And this is a military grade tourniquet. If you're not carrying a tourniquet, like I said, I've been guilty of this for years. We carry them, on duty, law enforcement officers and things like that. But this bad boy right there, is one of the main things in this kit. If it's serious trauma, that can save a life. It can be the difference between, saving and losing a life. So having a tourniquet, we knew that was super important. And of course, super easy access. If you've never used a tourniquet, practice with it first before you go out, something does happen, so you're prepared to use that. But that pretty much describes the outside. Besides, of course, we've got some nice sturdy zippers on the outside here. You've actually got 2 of them here, and then the kit opens up. And so let's go ahead and dig into the guts of this thing. All right, so as we move into the inside of this, remember, we put a lot of thought into this. We want all the right stuff what you'll need without going overboard. So if we start over on this side here, first, of course, you've got your medical scissors, cutting tape, cutting clothes off, things like that in a medical emergency. Then we move in here. This is your largest bandage of the kit. This is an emergency trauma bandage, also known as an Israeli dressing. If we move over here to this side, we'll go in this top pocket on the other side. Of course, we've got an emergency whistle, and yes, I've got to do it. There you go. Emergency whistle, just because that's fun. All right, and then over here in the same pocket, we've got several things as I reach down in here. This is, of course, your standard medical tape. Might even be another, oh no, what else we got in here? Ooh, it's exciting. Look at this. Of course, your latex emergency medical gloves. And then last in this pocket is a little Sharpie marker, super important. If you don't know, you want to do some training on tourniquets, but when you put a tourniquet on, you want to write on the person what time you applied it. So when the medics arrive and the doctors know how long that has been on there, of course, you could write anything else if you're triaging multiple people, but always good to have a Sharpie in your first aid kit. All right, so moving deeper in here, there's another pocket. Of course, we took all the stuff out of here, but there's another pocket right down here. And in that pocket, the first thing pops out there is some adhesive compression bandage. And if we come in here, we've got some alcohol prep pads for cleaning things, of course, wounds, things like that. Quite a few of them there. And then we'll pull these out, and these are your regular, of course, sterile gauze pads that we're all familiar with. Quite a different. I'm actually not getting them all there, so not skimping in the kit at all as far as that goes. Commonly used, that's why. And then, of course, what you'd expect, and this is all our different regular, band-aids for little cuts and abrasions, all different sizes for you there. And digging deeper in here, we've got our triangular bandage. Of course, these are popular for making slings if somebody has an arm injury or something like that. Of course, it can be used for a lot of different type things there. And last, pulling out of this pocket is an emergency rescue blanket, that kind of aluminum foil type that we're all used to. And so you can see here on the table a lot of different things, but if I lay it all out here, that's a lot to pack. Again, it's not overkill in our opinion, but it's everything. If you have anything more than what you're going to need here, you probably in a really, really bad situation, you're going to need ambulance there. But this will get you by to help yourself and or your friends. And again, by having this stuff and packing it neatly, we're able to keep this super compact to fit in your saddlebag or your luggage or anything like that. All right, so there is another roadside emergency. Now, we're prepared with our cruise tools, right, for that mechanical breakdown, so we're good there. Now we've got our law-abiding biker first aid and trauma kit. We're prepared for the medical emergency. But what if you just simply got to pull over and take an emergency roadside dump? Well, it happens. I've seen it happen, unfortunately. Now, you could be a moron and prepare like Lurch with a big, bulky roll of shop towels. I would like to think we're a little more refined than that, a little more upper class, if you will. So my suggestion is to add these bad boys. These are awesome Dude Wipe wet wipes. They do fit right in the first aid kit. These are the travel version. We also have the regular bulk packs for your bathroom. You can get them all over at lawabidingbiker.com/fresh-butt. No, that is not a joke. /fresh-butt. I'll link in the description below. If you want to support us, you can click through, and we do get a small commission if you use that link. So what's better than the side of the road than wiping with one of these instead of one of these? Or heck, maybe you have nothing and have to use your shirt. And I kid you not, after using these, your ass will smell like a breath of fresh air. Now, we strongly suggest the mint version. They're the best because we've done a lot of testing of these bad boys. And using the mint version, it's really like a mint for your ass.